Have you ever wondered if we could live on Mars? Mars, the red planet, our neighbor in the solar system, has always fascinated us. Its crimson hue, visible even from our blue sphere, has been a constant source of intrigue and speculation. For centuries, it's been the subject of countless stories and dreams, a beacon in the night sky, beckoning the brave and the curious. As the fourth planet from the Sun, Mars holds a unique position in our solar system. It's close enough to Earth to be within our reach, yet far enough to hold untold mysteries. Its similarities to our own planet have led scientists to consider it a prime candidate for human colonization. Its potential for life, past or present, ignites our imagination and fuels our explorative spirit. We've sent rovers, probes, and satellites to study this enigmatic celestial body, each mission revealing a little more about this intriguing world. The question remains, though, could we actually live there? Scientists believe that Mars, despite its harsh conditions, could potentially be a second home for us. The red planet, as it's often referred to, possesses a unique set of characteristics that make it a tantalizing prospect for human habitation. Firstly, let's talk about water. You might be surprised to learn that Mars, a planet often depicted as a barren, dusty wasteland, actually has water. However, it's not flowing rivers or vast oceans like here on Earth, but rather, it exists in the form of ice. In fact, beneath its rusty surface, Mars hides a massive amount of water ice, enough to cover the entire planet with a layer about 22 yards deep. This frozen reservoir could potentially be tapped into and used for drinking, growing plants, and even creating breathable air. Another aspect that makes Mars a potential home away from home is its day-night cycle. Mars spins on its axis in a way that's not too dissimilar from our planet. A Martian day, or sol as it's called, is approximately 24 hours and 39 minutes. This similarity in day length means that our bodies could potentially adapt to the Martian rhythm without too much difficulty. And lastly, we have the potential for generating energy. Mars's thin atmosphere lets a lot of sunlight through, and this could be harnessed for solar power. Moreover, the planet's surface is rich in elements like uranium and thorium, which could be used for nuclear power. So, in terms of energy generation, we have some pretty solid options. Yet, while these factors make Mars a viable option, there are also significant challenges to consider. Surviving on Mars isn't as simple as packing up a spaceship and moving there. The red planet, while captivating and potentially rich with untapped resources, presents a myriad of challenges for human habitation. Firstly, let's talk about Mars's thin atmosphere. Composed of about 95% carbon dioxide, it's not breathable for humans. It's also about 100 times less dense than Earth's atmosphere. This means that it provides little protection from the sun's harmful radiation. The thin atmosphere also makes it difficult for humans to retain body heat, and the average temperature on Mars is a chilly negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than the coldest winter night in Antarctica. Then there's the extreme weather. Mars is known for its dust storms, which can last for months and cover the entire planet. These storms would not only pose a danger to humans and their equipment, but they could also significantly reduce the amount of sunlight reaching solar panels, hampering power generation. The high radiation levels on Mars are another significant concern. Without a magnetic field like Earth's to deflect solar and cosmic radiation, astronauts on Mars would be exposed to about 200 times the radiation that people are exposed to on Earth. This could lead to serious health issues, including cancer and acute radiation sickness. Finally, the psychological impact of living on a different planet cannot be overlooked. Isolation, confinement, and the sheer distance from Earth could have profound effects on mental health. The monotony of the Martian landscape, the lack of variety in food and recreational activities, and the constant fear of potential dangers could contribute to stress, depression, and other mental health issues. So as you can see, living on Mars is no walk in the park. It's a harsh, unforgiving environment that would test the limits of human endurance and adaptability. Overcoming these issues is a colossal task, but not an impossible one. With the right technology, careful planning, and a spirit of determination, we might just make Mars our second home one day. Despite the challenges, the dream of colonizing Mars is not far-fetched. As we speak, there are numerous plans and missions under development, each with the aim of turning the dream of a Mars colony into a reality. At the forefront of this endeavor are private space companies. Take SpaceX, for instance. Their audacious Starship project, spearheaded by tech entrepreneur Elon Musk, is designed with the explicit goal of making Mars colonization feasible. The spacecraft is being built to transport up to 100 people at a time, with the hopes of establishing a self-sustaining city on the Red Planet within the next 50 to 100 years. But it's not just private companies that are making strides. International collaborations are also playing a pivotal role. The NASA-led Artemis program, for example, aims to return humans to the moon by 2024, using it as a stepping stone to prepare for future human missions to Mars. Then there's the Mars Sample Return Mission, a joint venture between NASA and the European Space Agency. This ambitious project plans to collect samples from Mars and return them to Earth, providing valuable information that could aid in the preparation for human settlement. China too has joined the race with its Tianwen-1 mission successfully entering Mars orbit in February 2021. The mission aims to study the Martian soil and atmosphere, gather data about its water distribution, and prepare for a future manned mission. And let's not forget the United Arab Emirates HOPE probe, which marked the Arab world's entry into interplanetary exploration. The probe will provide a complete picture of the Martian atmosphere, invaluable data for future colonization efforts. The journey to Mars is fraught with difficulties, but the potential rewards are immense. The collective efforts of these private companies and international collaborations are propelling us closer to a future where we might not just visit, but live on Mars. The dream of colonizing Mars, it seems, is not as far away as we once thought. The journey to Mars is fraught with difficulties, but the potential rewards are immense. So can we live on Mars? The answer is both yes and no. Let's delve into this paradoxical statement by revisiting some of the main points we've explored in this video. We've learned that Mars, often referred to as the Red Planet, beckons us with its intriguing mysteries and the tantalizing possibility of life beyond our home planet. Scientists and space enthusiasts alike have been captivated by the prospect of humans setting foot on Martian soil and even establishing a permanent presence there. From a scientific perspective, there are several reasons why Mars is seen as a potential new home for humanity. Its day length is similar to ours, and it has polar ice caps that could potentially provide a source of water. Furthermore, recent discoveries suggest that Mars may have once harbored conditions conducive to life, adding fuel to the fire of our collective curiosity. However, as we've also discussed, the challenges of living on Mars are numerous and significant. The planet's thin atmosphere, low temperatures, and lack of oxygen present serious obstacles to human survival. The Martian landscape, characterized by its red dust and rocky terrain, is inhospitable and would require us to develop advanced technologies and strategies to live there. Yet despite these challenges, our fascination with Mars is undiminished. The future of Mars colonization is a topic of ongoing research and experimentation. Scientists and engineers are working tirelessly to devise solutions to these problems. We've seen ambitious plans from private companies like SpaceX, who aim to send humans to Mars within the next decade. There are ongoing efforts to develop technologies that can transform the Martian environment into something more Earth-like, a process known as terraforming. This includes ideas like using nuclear explosions to heat up the planet and release carbon dioxide, creating a thicker atmosphere that could potentially support human life. And let's not forget the human element. Living on Mars would require not just technological adaptations, but also psychological and social ones. We would need to learn how to live in small, isolated communities, far from the comforts and support systems of Earth. But despite all these hurdles, the dream persists. The idea of becoming a multi-planetary species continues to inspire and drive us forward. Mars, with its red, dusty allure, remains at the forefront of this dream. So, can we live on Mars? Currently, the answer is no, not without significant technological advances and a willingness to face the immense challenges that come with such an endeavor. However, the potential exists. The possibilities are there, waiting to be unlocked by human ingenuity and perseverance. Living on Mars might be a distant dream, but it's a dream that humanity is relentlessly pursuing. Only time will tell if we will become a multi-planetary species.